I didn't tighten them down. I just have them in very loosely. I just wanted to see if I need to do any more pounding on this dent. There's little dents here, but that's unrelated. I think it's good. I think this fits on here now. It looks like it covers the entire area that was damaged. And back here, yeah, I think it's good. So all I have to do now is do some sanding and priming and painting and stuff. So I just want to make a clarification with these videos. These are not tutorials. I have never done this before. My main purpose of documenting this is because you can watch all the YouTube videos in the world, and most of the people that are actually really showing you how to do this know how to do it. They're good at it. So the main reason I am giving you this as a video format is you can see if somebody that doesn't know a clue of what they're doing and see how it comes out, then it kind of can gauge whether or not you want to attempt to do this yourself. So let's get into my paint project. I got this all masked. This part I want to be white right here. Anything else is going to be eventually sprayed with Raptor liner. Now I know this isn't how I should be doing this. It's windy. I just want to get done. Ideally you should take the whole tailgate off and do it all at once. Alright, I got the first coat of primer on. Let this dry a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm rushed. I shouldn't have done this here. I should have just did it in Iowa when I had plenty of time. But I got to get this done so that we can have a truck drivable and we got to leave, which is coming up real soon. Alright, so got that sprayed with the white and the clear. Most of this is going to be covered anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. Again, if I can pull this off, anybody can pull this off, especially if you put more time and care into it. Alright, so got it up. As you can see, the white matches pretty good. All this is going to be covered, so it doesn't really matter. But now I'm going to mask these things off. I could take this off, but I don't think that's necessary because I'm actually not going to spray really close to it anyway. I've got stuff over here and here. So I'll just mask it. I'm going to mask around the logo. So one thing I wanted to point out, when I started spraying the primer on this, it was pitted everywhere. I didn't realize how many rock chips there were in it. So I'm basically painting the whole backside of this thing. With that being said, I want you to look at something. I went ahead and sprayed this earlier today, as you saw, and I sprayed the clear coat on it, and you see that white matches. It's like really matches really well, considering this is a 22-year-old truck almost. But if you look at it before it's dried, this is how it looks. It kind of has like a brown color. So as long as you've made sure you've got the right color code, don't panic too much if you think the paint's not going to match. It probably is. At least that's been my case with white. Now maybe if you have a darker color that's maybe faded more over the years, then it may not. But something like white, it seems to match. To be clear, I could have bought a painted tailgate for the amount of time and money I have into this so far. However, I'm learning a skill, right? I'm waiting to do probably the last coat of white on here. And you'll notice I changed tape. And I took that off. That blue tape, don't use the blue tape. The paint just went right through it. It was like it wasn't even there. So I had to clean off the logo. I had to clean off this piece of plastic. I got it clean just using rubbing alcohol. That's all you need. It won't hurt the plastic. Just use 91% rubbing alcohol and it cleaned it off just fine. I had overspray all on this all the way around. So I just went ahead and took it off. I figured if it broke, I'd just buy another one for $6. But yeah, this blue stuff, that blue tape, don't use it for this. It'd probably work fine for taping like paper off, but not like if you're wanting to actually keep paint off something. So anyway, once the timer's up, I'll spray the last coat and then I'll wait 30 minutes to spray the clear. You'll need at least 3 to 4 cans to cover a tailgate. And apparently you can't ship paint in Colorado. Not by normal UPS, FedEx, or any of that stuff. So I had to order 3 more cans and wait several days. So then it's been storming every day, and this is the first day. It was sunny. I started to work, and literally the storm rolled in. It rained for like 30 minutes. Once it stopped raining, there was a little bit of sunlight. I went and get done. Again, another lesson learned, don't try to do this when you're on a trip unless you're starting at the beginning of the trip and you're going to be here for a full month and you got plenty of time to put it off until you have a good day. Because apparently it's decided to rain. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. There's little blemishes in the clear, and I think as it dries, I think that tends to get less and less. So if you see that, I don't think we need to worry too much about it. Also, I think I should have probably got a better clear coat, but live and learn. I can always redo this later. I will be taking the tailgate off when I go to spray the Raptor liner on it. So if I need to, I can redo this. This was just a practice, really. All right, it's finished. I will tell you right now, it looks really good from this angle, but the clear coat's not perfect. I'll just let this sit for a while, and then maybe I can, you know, polish it out a little bit later on down the road. And again, remember, I have no idea what I'm talking about. This is the first time I've ever done it, but worst case scenario is I'll lightly sand it, mask it off, and respray the clear coat. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but I'm gonna call it good for now. It's been several days since I did these sides. When I first did it, I didn't wait quite 24 hours, and I tried to buff it, and the clear coat started peeling off, and it made a mess. So I just let it sit, and it's probably been 5-6 days, I think, since I started all this. So today I decided, just with polishing compound, because I don't want to screw it up, I started polishing this, and it looks good. It really looks good, guys. I'm not kidding you. This is pretty darn good. I think, considering I use spray cans to match paint that was 21 years old, this is what I sprayed right here. I did get a little impatient when I put this on, and so I nicked the paint because it wasn't cured enough at the time. Again, this has been a rush job from the start because I'm impatient and stupid and everything I did wrong. But I sprayed the clear back to here. It looks really good. And then on this side, I was able to polish a little more. I'm just using polishing compound. I'm not using cutting compound. And it's really blending in really well. So I think it's gonna be good enough for me, honestly, because this truck's gonna be getting scratches and chips and stuff all the time. And so I think I've just figured out how I can keep it clean looking. So once this paint cures a little more, you can kind of see that the clear coat isn't really even, but this wasn't either. Once it cures more, I'll go ahead and do the polishing compound on that, and I think it's going to be just fine. On an unrelated note, Robin picked up this beer from Safeway this morning. It's Palisade Peach Wheat from the Breckenridge Brewery, and I have to say it tastes really good. Check it out if you like these kind of things. Hazy American wheat bursting with peach flavor, and you can taste the peach, but it's not, you know, sweet. So what's my take on this? If you just need to fix your tailgate, just buy the new tailgate. It's gonna be cheaper and easier. Pull the parts off and just mount it. You're gonna spend, by the time you're done with rubbing compounds and polishing compounds and multiple cans of paint and all the time you spend and everything else, you're not going to save a dime. I found these tailgates white for this truck, brand new, for $350 to $400. I've got at least $300 in all the stuff I bought to do this. Now sure, I've got enough now that I don't have to buy a lot when I go to start working on all the other touch-up I have to do. So that's fine. But if you're just doing the tailgate and that's all you need to do, just buy a new tailgate. You, like I say, you can find them to match, like if it's a white for sure, but you can find them in common colors for like $350 to $400. And then you just take all your parts off and mount them on the new tailgate. But if you're wanting to learn how to paint, it's doable. If I can pull this off, and I'm an idiot, if I can pull this off, I think anybody that's got more patience and more skill and better vision than me can pull this off. So here's my truck. This is the upgrade so far of all the things I've done on my truck. I do want to Raptor line that with black. I do want to Raptor line the bed, and this is exactly 6.5 feet from here to there. There's a triad tonneau cover, which while there might be a little gap right here when you close it, I think it would work on this bed, because this is 20 inches from there to the back, which is where the toolbox would mount, and they said they can fit up to 18 to 20 inch toolboxes. So with my toolbox where it's positioned, I think it's good. I think I could pull it off. Otherwise, I may just design a custom one. In any case, I think it's coming along really nice. I think I'm very pleased with my dad's truck. I think it's going to be a good truck, and I'm going to have it for a long time. I go to discount tomorrow. They're going to replace that. And I got the brand new wheel with the same size tire for my spare, which I will then be mounting in my bed. Just rotated these, so I'm going to have them rotate the spare onto this and take one of these off and use that in the bed. Here's a perfect example. Look at that. The side of the truck. The sun is hitting it just at this angle. And of course I haven't polished any of the rest, so ignore the towards the front, but right there, you know, above the wheel well, all the way coming back, you can't tell. The gloss is pretty much even all the way. I really can't believe I pulled this off. Let's put a couple things in perspective. When I was a kid, I tried making models, model rockets, making all those things. I was terrible at it. I would ruin everything. I couldn't paint anything without getting runs, without getting, with just destroying it. I was the worst. I can't emphasize enough how bad I was at painting things. Terrible. Take the worst person you know when it comes to painting and make it 10 times that, and that was probably me. So if I can pull this off, anybody can pull this off. Just saying, I really think anybody can pull this off. There's something so gratifying to know that I finally once was able to pull off a paint job for once in my life. But I gotta get this done so that we can have a truck drivable, and we gotta leave, which is coming up real soon. All right, so got that sprayed with the white and the clear.